All right, y'all. I wanted to give y'all a short lesson. Um, my brother blessed me with a lesson. Yes, I think he called me, to get some understanding, but he ended up, teaching me something. We was talking about tongues and then it mentioned something else. But you'll see how, with this message of, um, how tongues were involved initially, and then he started bringing this stuff out. I'm like, oh yeah. That was heavy. I hadn't even peeped that like that. Didn't read that like that. But for the most part, also, I wanted to show y'all how to learn. You know, giving y'all tools how to learn, because that's not being taught in Israel. We're just being fed. We're just being sat down. Plates are being set in front of us, and we're just eating. We haven't learned how to fix our own plate. We haven't learned how to cook our own food. So this is what this video is about with this short lesson here. Short lesson, but very powerful. We're gonna be in Romans 10, right? And these are familiar passages. Um, we'll start at 14. It says, "How then?" And then I want y'all to see this first. I want y'all to know this first. You see here in my Blue Letter app, you see at the top under Romans 10, I have the KJV on one side and I have the NLT on the other side. All right. Now, NLT is my favorite, my second favorite translation. Okay. And if I can't understand it in the KJV, I can just look over to the other side and see it in the NLT. And I can just click these little Bibles up here in the corner, and I can change it to whatever other, well, I guess you have to add the other Bibles, but you can change it to other Bibles there. You go to manage Bibles, you add the other, if you want the Greek Septuagint on the other side, or if you want the Hebrew on the other side, you could do stuff like that also with this, but, I have the KJV and the NLT. You see on the NLT side, so on the right side, it has this little thing here with footnotes. You see after sister on the right side, it has dear brothers and sisters. It has a footnote there. What is the footnote talking about? Hold on. I'm trying to click on it. The Greek says brothers. All right, dear brothers and sisters. The Greek only says brothers. It's what it's telling you in the footnote. Even though it translated it brothers and sisters, it's telling you in the footnote that the Greek only says brothers. All right. And then it says, brethren, my heart's desire and prayer. You see it on the KJV. That's going with that. More modern. They want to put the sisters, include the sisters in it. Sisters getting offended that it's only saying brothers. So, but they put it in the footnotes telling you, hey, this is translated just brothers. It ain't brothers and sisters. That ain't what it says. But it's giving you that information. It's very important that we have that. And so I'm also telling you, don't buy no regular Bible. If you're trying to delve into this word, and yeah, just period. I wouldn't suggest no man. You can have one, brothers. But if you're going to be priest in your household, you need a study or a reference Bible. All right. And it's just going to help you get to the information faster. And you're going to see that, with this particular video we're going to do here. But we're going to go down to Romans 10:14. It says, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good tidings. They bring glad tidings of good things. Apologies. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who have believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. This is our reference verse here. It's Romans 10:18. It says, but I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. What is he talking about? How, he says, have they not heard? He went through this whole spiel about, how can they hear if they ain't got nobody to preach it to them? And hearing faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And then he comes back and say, hey, so uses the quotes a verse from Isaiah. Have these folks not heard? And he says, yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. Who words? Who told them? Who told them throughout the earth, throughout the whole world? So like nobody in the world is going to have an excuse. Everybody in the world has heard it. How? All right. How is that what that's saying? What is that saying there? And we look at it on the NLT. Look at verse 18. It says, but I ask, have the people of Israel actually heard the message? Yes, they have heard. They have. The message has gone throughout the earth, and the words to all the world. Okay. All of Israel have heard it. Now, brothers be like, oh, well, the northern kingdom, and they said all of Israel have heard it. And you see there, it's a footnote there. Why is it a footnote there? Because he's quoting a verse. All right. He's quoting a verse. I'm sorry. Quoting a verse here. And he's quoting Psalms 19:4. So you can just hit there on that footnote. He's quoting Psalms 19:4. Let's go there. Let's go to Psalms 19. And we'll start at verse 1. Because we want to understand what he's saying about how does this message spread throughout the world. It said, the heavens declare the glory, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Okay, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Okay, there's evidence of the Lord through the heavens, through his handiwork. All right, day unto day uttereth speech. All right, it's that sun coming up every day, going down every day, those stars being aligned in the galaxies and these undiscovered places. All of this is giving evidence. All of this should be increasing your faith in the Lord. Day unto day utter speech, and night unto night show of knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Who is their voice? Their voice is the heavens. The heavens and the firmament. Their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them have he set a tabernacle for the sun. All right. And this is what Paul is quoting, saying that their line is going out throughout all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. Everybody has seen, no matter, because a lot of these incidents, a lot of these events in the text take place in the Middle East. This is where it's taking place. And a lot of times we're trying to put certain things and trying to put everybody within this mix. And it's kind of hard to do that. It's kind of hard to put a dietary law on, people in the North Pole when all they can eat is darn whale, whale and penguins. They don't have no vegetation and stuff like that. But, and who's went out there to give them, to tell them the glory of God? Well, you don't have to be out there. They can find the glory of God by the ocean, by the sky, by the sun, and how it comes up. And so there is no excuse. All right, we'll continue reading a little bit here on the Psalms. It says, verse 5, it says, which is as a bridegroom cometh out of his chamber and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it. And there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. All right, that sun touches everybody. And if that sun touches everybody, now brothers even, went a little deeper with it. I don't know if I would go that deep saying the sun is the sun, but I ain't mad at it, but I don't know if I would go that, deep to the, metaphorically. But I get it. I'm not mad at it. But that sun, the physical sun, touches everybody. And if you want to say the Son, the Messiah, touches everybody through him, all will be saved. Then I get it, but I wouldn't go there. That's just but that's pretty much what I want to show you. Now let's go back. Let's go back to the Romans 10. Romans 10. Let's go back here, and we read it again, and we'll know why he's saying this. Verse 17. It says, so then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. Okay. And now we understand, he's saying that, they heard it because, they can just look up in the sky. They can just look up at the ordinances of the planets, the sun, the moon, the stars, and how these things are governed to know the report. To know that Yahweh, that the Lord, Jehovah, is the Most High God. They should realize this from that. Verse 19, but I say do not Israel know? First Moses said, if I provoke them to jealousy with them that are no people, and by a foolish nation I will anger you. But Esaias, again, so you can go there. All right. You can click this button here. Deuteronomy 32. 21 is what he's quoting. But Isaiah is very bold and saith, I was found of them that sought me not. I was made manifest unto them that asked not of me. All right, you see the verse here. You can go there. You got a footnote there. It's telling you, all right, Isaiah 65. But Israel, he saith, all day long I've stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people. You can go here. All right, and you can definitely do a lot more with that other screen. And then you see where it's being quoted from there also. And then you see all the NLT footnotes here at the bottom. And so that's why I use parallel Bibles. And these are just tools that you can use to further develop yourself in knowledge and wisdom. And don't ignore these tools, man. I know we get a little puffed up about having all of these verses memorized and memorizing the precepts and but use these tools, and it's gonna make you weak. These tools will weaken your memorization. Just like the cell phones and us putting the contacts in the cell phones, it weakened us. You remember we used to remember all kinds of numbers. We had about 20, 30 numbers programmed in our brain before the cell phones came out. When the cell phones came out, it kind of weakened our memorization. And these is just some of the effects, causing effects of these technology and all this stuff, that all these advances. But we definitely entering into a new dispensation with the AI. And there's going to be greater tools that come out. And, it's just better that we get quicker to the information so we not found out to be a liar. All right, man. I pray this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed. Shalom.